space. And as soon as we stepped in the door, we were like, man, this place is too good to turn down. Yeah.
We got a member like sleeping behind the ring.
Yep. This is, we want to train like the champions trained.
Keikoa says it all the time, but we're really changing the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever podcast for the House of Champions. I am that dude, Jamie Stanley, but we're going to get a little more intimate, so you can go ahead and call me Nick. And this is my wife, Renee.
Hola.
The brains behind the business. And we want to welcome you to this podcast, a little peek behind the curtain into what makes us tick and what we're doing here at the House of Champions. Renee, say a little something about your time here at the House of Champions so far.
Yeah, so we're in, month 3 already. Yeah, so we opened up in May, started planning last year. Everything was a whirlwind, happened way faster than we ever could have imagined that it happened. Super, super blessed to have found this amazing facility in Longwood. But we're here today because we wanna share with you guys what makes the Hawk different.
Yeah, absolutely. Just hinging upon that backstory a little bit. We thought that we'd still be looking for a facility right now. We were very blessed, as Renee said. This was the first and only facility that we looked at because we came in and saw how beautiful it was, state of the art. They already had Rogue weights, they already had turf, they already had agility equipment. Basically, for all intents and purposes, all we needed to do was set up a ring. We've done a few more things besides that, but it was pretty much plug and play.
Yeah, we walked in and we're just blown away by the building. We envisioned a place that was turfed out, had all black walls and ceilings, and had Rogue equipment. And we walked in and we're like, holy cow.
Yep.
What just happened?
Yeah, and the crazy thing was it wasn't even on the market. It wasn't listed. So we got a realtor, kind of took the plunge into the deep end there and decided to go all in on this crazy dream. And we got a realtor. And as soon as we did, it was like, God was like, man, you guys are ready. We're going to do it. We're going to accelerate it. So turns out he had another realtor friend that had the client here. Her name is Stephanie. She's awesome.
Shout out to Pro Swings.
Yeah.
If you're a softball player and a high school softball player, check out Pro Swings to get some college exposure. She's got an amazing company.
Yeah, she played at UCF and she just recently went into the Hall of Fame. So she's a beast. She's a goat. But yeah, so this place was Pro Swings facility, an elite college and high school softball prep facility. So she hadn't even listed it on the market yet, but her realtor knew that she was thinking about it. So he reached out to our realtor and was like, hey, I know that you had some clients that were looking for a space. Why don't you come and take a look at this space? And as soon as we stepped in the door, we were like, man, this place is too good to turn down.
I mean, that's exactly what happened. And we didn't look at another building. And then we opened it. That was in February. Mm-hmm. We opened it 3 short months later. So very, very accelerated timeline, fast and furious. Our February through May of this year was, I don't even remember it. I don't think. It's just all a blur at this point.
Still is.
But we're 3 months in. The dream we had, the vision we had has come to life, which is still pretty surreal every single time we walk in the front door. But we want to tell you guys what it is, what that dream is, what this consists of, what makes us different. And we say it a lot on social media. Keikoa says it all the time. But we're really changing the game here. So we're going to dive a little deeper into what that really means.
Yeah, and just our goal and our vision was to create a place. So I've been wrestling. This is year number 5, in total that I've had in-ring matches, in-ring competition, what have you. And I just really wanted to create a place that I wish I had when I first broke into the business. And this isn't bashing any other schools, but 99.9% of the schools in there, in the country and all over the world are just in small, either storage spaces or strip malls or pole barns with dirt floors where the ring barely fits inside the facility and they have low ceilings and it's dirty and it's not taken care of. And like I said, that's just the norm. And we kind of thought, if college and professional facilities are state of the art, why isn't pro wrestling? Why is pro wrestling still in the Stone Age when it comes to that? There is something to say about, the dirt and the grit and, the hard work and the sweat equity that's put in these, humble, I'll say, facilities. But also I feel like we still have that culture and that atmosphere, but still in a state of the art facility with, a full weight room, a full recovery area, an office, supplements, meal prep, a 20 by 20 ring. Like, I think that you can get the best of both worlds. And we're really trying to prove that right now.
Yeah. And you said, there's something to that about the grit of the other schools. And you attended those other schools, and
I learned a lot.
And what's the saying in wrestling, right? Your flavors of ice cream. I'm being educated on wrestling terms. But that's really it. We're just offering something different, something that we wished we had. And it might not ever be everybody's flavor, but we wanted to provide that professional elite facility that really, in all reality, doesn't exist unless you have the privilege and honor to be at the Performance Center.
Yeah, it's essentially a model of the Performance Center, but you don't have to be part of NXT to be there. We had 95 probably percent of the people who are our members, their first time stepping into the ring was with us. And they're a little spoiled, and sometimes I don't think they know how good they've got it because they didn't have to struggle and go through these less than desirable places. And I mean, don't get me wrong, like, we still get after it here. We open those garage doors and it gets up to 105 or 110 during training, and it's sweaty, and we get after it. And it's not like we're holding hands and skipping tiptoeing through the tulips and all foo, all that type of stuff. Like, we still work hard. I still feel like we are the hardest working training facility in the country, but also we do it with state of the art technology, whether it's weights or our recovery, or, we wanted to make it a one-stop shop where you can come and do everything that you need under one roof instead of having to go to all these different places. Yeah.
So let's chat a little bit more about what all that looks like what we do offer. Right. So he mentioned it briefly, but we have, you can't see it here, but right in front of us is a giant wall of Rogue equipment, state of the art equipment, dumbbells, Smith machine, hack squat. Sorry, not hack squat, rack.
Oh,
I know he really wants a hack squat. It's coming. I promise. That's why I said it, because you were begging me for one last night.
Speaking into existence.
Yeah. I mean, you already won the battle with the leg press. That's sitting over there now.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. The members have heard about this leg press for months, but we have it now.
Trying to be great.
You want a leg press? We have one. What else? We got cardio equipment, if you're into that sort of thing. So we're continuing to add. He wants everything under the sun, so there'll definitely be more equipment in here. But we have a solid gym and our members have been using it a lot. I think at first when they came in, they were like, didn't really know how to take this place.
Well, it's because all other wrestling schools, they don't have staffed hours like us. We're here from 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. usually on training days. And we're here until usually 4 or 5 on non-training days. And even Saturdays in the morning, we're here. So a lot of the times for other schools, besides that set, 2-3 hour training window, it just lays dark and locked. So we want this place to be a home. Like, it truly is a house. It's not just a moniker. That's not just a gimmick. It's a place where the members can come and they can, first and foremost, feel the love of Jesus and feel God's presence. This is God's temple and it's a house for him. But second, behind that, they, like I said, they can come and they can stay here from 9 a.m. until all the way to the end of training.
Kyle is right now. He's back there.
Yeah.
We got a member sleeping behind the ring.
Yep. So we don't offer housing, by the way.
No, we do not. What are you doing napping back there?
Yeah. Wake up and fold the towels style. No, but we do have members that come here and they're basically here for hours on end because they have everything that they need here, whether it's a workout or a recovery or supplements or meal prep or whatever they need. We have opportunities for them to reserve the ring where they can come in here and roll around with other members outside of set training hours. They can reserve the ring by themselves, or they can reserve the ring with our head trainer. It's up to them. But we just really want this place to be full and utilized as much as possible.
Yeah. And I think something we talked about before we opened was the culture. I work a corporate job. I worked a few. But culture is so important. And, you can have all these amazing offerings, but do people want to stay because of the offerings or because they feel at home and loved?
Yeah.
And we wanted to make sure the culture was right first and foremost. And we had this dream of having this house, this home, where it feels like family, and we call it the HOC fam because that's what it is, and it does feel that way. It's just amazing to see the members in here smiling and having fun and really getting to know each other on a more personal level and create these friendships. We had a few just move in together. That was cool. Got an apartment together. So it's a really special feeling that I feel honored to be able to lead and have under our belt.
And it still kind of feels surreal. Like we created this, obviously the good Lord created it through us, but it's crazy that we are stewards and we're managing this because like she said, it really does feel like a family. The best times are our off days where members still come in and they're joking around or they're in the ring getting after it, or after training at night, I have to basically literally kick them out because
kick them out.
They do just hang around and I got to shut off the lights and like, guys, I got to go relieve the babysitter. I got kids. So, it's just really cool. Like, I mean, we had all the members over for 4th of July or for Memorial Day. We'll have them over for Labor Day too.
Yeah. Which to that point, fun little side story here. The first time we had them over, they were like playing it safe, right? Like they'd never been to Hawk Mom's house before. So they all had like one burger, one drink, maybe a little side of potato salad. The second time they came over, I ran out of food.
Yeah.
I was like, George, were you being nice the first time? And he said, yes. Yes. Like everything's off, fair game now. So anyway, they ate me out of house and home, which is great. And I love it. I feel like we have 21 kids now.
I was only able to eat one triple cheeseburger, so I was very upset about that. And I took it out on all the students the next day. I made them do burpees. So
don't
eat my food.
Ask the students about my banana pudding though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So,
those are just a few things. Like I said, like we're going to Volcano Bay in September, all as a family. They were able to all go together to SmackDown through our good friend and one of our students' dads, Jason Ayers, who is a WWE referee. He was able to score some tickets to SmackDown when they were here in Orlando. So we probably had 10 or 15 of the students go there, and they all went out to dinner beforehand. And it's just, especially for me, I've been to probably 4 or 5, 6 different wrestling schools, and it was never, ever a family atmosphere. Anything that was fun was kind of forced, or like we had to be to places or else we'd get in trouble, or, paying your dues, which I totally respect that and I agree that you do have to pay your dues. And we do have, field trips where we have ring rentals and we go and set up and we, put up flyers and put up chairs and all those things that I think that are necessary, but we still have fun and it's not forced. We have fun outside of those structured, mandatory, meetings that we have. And it's just, people hanging out and doing life together, which is so cool. And it's what we wanted, but I feel like we're getting it more than we even thought we would.
Yeah, totally. It's a surreal feeling.
Yeah.
Really, really blessed.
So what else makes us different?
What else makes us different? Yeah. I mean, we touched on the recovery center a little bit, but I think it is a huge selling point when it comes to the HOC. Y'all get beat up. Like, holy cow. I've never taken a bump. I don't plan to take a bump.
We'll get her
you.
There. We'll get her there.
No. I am good. But these y'all need some type of recovery. And from what I've heard, not you, but y'all are notorious for not taking care of yourself. So we want to make sure that doesn't happen for our members. So we do have one of the brand new plunges. So the company Plunge, we have a cold plunge that gets down to a nice chilly 39 degrees that for our members, they can use whenever we're open. Some of them have yet to use it, by the way. They're scared. They need to use it. It's incredible. It's the best sleep you'll ever get. So shout out to Plunge. We also have an infrared sauna, and that is my favorite piece of equipment in the building. I'll go in the sauna all day long. He usually has to talk me into the cold plunge. But that gets up to 175 infrared light in there. It's just incredible. So we have the hot and cold therapy as well.
Shout out to Clear Light. They make the best infrared sauna. We're super pleased. It was very easy to put together. We put it together ourselves.
Just the two of us. Yeah.
Yeah. And we have nothing but good things to say about that. So thank you so much to the good people at Clear Light.
Yeah. I'm going to keep going, but we also have we partner with a a local meal prep company here in Longwood, Florida. It's called Get Fueled Meals, right down the road. Amazing pre-portioned healthy meals. All the macros are lined out. So we have that in our fridge for our members, available for purchase. A lot of the wrestling community uses them for their meal prep. So we're excited to have them as an offering here. We have a 20 by 20 ring.
Oh,
So that's pretty great, because what I hear, not everybody has a 20 by 20 ring.
no, they're usually a 16-foot ring and a 15-foot space. So the ropes are up against the wall, and you can't. The ceilings are low, and it's all broken down and battered. And this is we want to train like the champions train, and WWE has a 20-foot ring, and it has real ropes. So we want to be able to do that. I feel like, you don't practice on a 75-yard field and then get ready to go play on a 100-yard field, so you want to train like you're going to play. So that's one of the many ways that we do that as well.
Yeah. And then I think the last thing that makes us different is we don't just do wrestling training, because there's so much more to being a wrestler than just knowing how to take a bump and know how to put a match together. Obviously, that's a huge portion of it. And when people come in for their first class, which everybody's first class is free, by the way, you have to sign up on the website, which will be in the show notes. But there's so much more to being a wrestler. You are your own business. You need to know marketing. You need to know how to sell yourself to promoters. So I'm a marketer. That is what I do. I'm not a wrestler. I work at a well-known CPG company as a marketer. I've been there for about 5 years. And that is a service that I offer to our members, is marketing, branding, social media, just helping them guide this, their character development, and make it come to life and tell their story.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, you can throw the prettiest drop kick ever, and you can have the best character, but if nobody sees it, and if you can't shop it around to promoters or present yourself like a business would, then it doesn't really matter, because we've seen a lot of the times there's a lot of great wrestlers that are just lifelong trainers or lifelong people who only work in their hometowns, or what have you. I'm a perfect example of how marketing and targeting your demographic will get you farther than you could just by yourself. So that's one of the huge aspects that we offer here, whether it's, a resume or marketing training on social media, or if you want promo pics or a sizzle reel or anything that we can do to help you get your name out there, especially in the social media age where you can make a lot of money and make a lot of moves at home, sitting on your couch, just creating content. So it's great to go out and, make these towns and work every single night of the week, but you don't necessarily have to. And that helps with longevity and, advancing in your career. You don't have to get worn down and fly and drive all these millions of miles if you don't want to.
I think it's a healthy balance.
It's a healthy balance.
Right?
Yeah. You want, it's 100% outside the ring and 100% in the ring. I don't want to say 50-50, because you have to give it your all in both things, but that's why we're here. And that's what I wish I would have had, because I went the first couple of years of my career without having that, and just hoping that, somebody would see me. And of course that might happen, but also like we need to be knocking on the door, and we need to do what we need to do to present ourselves as a business in the best possible product possible.
Ain't nobody going to hand anything to you.
Nope.
Can we just take a moment though to recap and realize that you said targeting and demographics in the same sentence? Yeah, it's working.
She's very turned on right now.
Yeah, my teaching is working.
So we could tell you all about our memberships and all about our atmosphere and our culture and all the bells and whistles that we have. And we could sit here and talk about that all day. But the best way for anybody to experience that is to come and try a free first class. Yes, I said free. You get to come in here. You get to have a class. You get to see the other members. You get to see training. You get to meet our head trainer. You get to see the facility, tour the facility, see everything that we have to offer. And so how do they do that?
Take the plunge if you want.
If you're going to be a champion, you got to take the plunge.
Yes. So how do they do that? Mm-hmm. You can head right over to our website, which is www.thehocpro.com, which is THEHOCPRO.com.
.com.
As soon as you hit there, it'll say book your first class. It'll bring you to a scheduling system, and you can just input your name and submit, and we'll get it on our end and get you all set up. Or you can check us out on Instagram at @the_hawk_pro. If you want to DM us there, we can get the info for you. It's also in our bio. We have lots of ways that you can access that link.
And what's our email?
Our email is thehouseofchampionspro@gmail.com.
All right. Anything else before I close this out?
I think that's it.
I think that's it.
We want to meet you.
Yes.
So come on.
Ain't nothing to it but to do it. So if you want to be a champion, that championship journey can start today. Hit us up. We're ready for you.